welcome to Konya. I didn't film much of our travel day yesterday. Wasn't much to film, to be honest. We had a 4/5 hour flight, and then we had a 4-hour drive from the airport to here. It wasn't the worst, but it was kind of a long travel day. The hotel we're staying in is pretty nice though. I'll give you a room tour. Ignore all the mess. We got a nice 2 double beds, pretty good TV. That'll be good for Scratchy's Xbox. Yeah, and then we got a decent little bathroom. Quite nice. We got a bath. Yeah, not bad. Pretty decent room.
Oh! Charles Leclerc!
Hiya Scratch, how are we feeling, buddy?
Not good at all. Thursday, felt like I was on my deathbed. Friday, felt a bit better. Yesterday didn't feel good. Today don't feel good. So I'm just trying to rest up for the big day on Friday.
What do we make of the room?
It's a nice room actually. Comfy bed. Got a nice big like king bed. Road ride.
Welcome back to Scratchy's coffee review. We've got a new connoisseur.
I'm here to validate.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I am pretty ill. I couldn't really taste my breakfast or lunch today, so hoping I can taste this coffee. I can't tell if it's just me or is it quite weak.
The Bassi. Coffee de basil. Pretty good, don't you think, Scratch?
Yeah, from what I can taste.
Not bad. Could be worse. Could be a little better. So in that case, I'm thinking 7 out of 10.
Scratch?
I mean, I can't really taste it, so I'll take his word for it.
We've just finished day 1 here in Turkey. We went for a little road ride. It was pretty chaotic. The streets are quite busy, but it was nice to get out in the sun and spin the legs out a little bit. And then we're gonna be getting on track tomorrow, so we're just gonna grab some sleep and yeah, get ready for that.
Just about to head the track for our first session on the Konya boards.
Hiya.
Excited for track, Larry?
Buzzing.
First impressions of the track, Scratch?
It's steep. I'm just, you know, excited for this opportunity. Apparently it's ridiculously fast. Hopefully some good times and a sub-9 from this man.
Pre-race day, Scratchy.
Look, we had to cut the session early. As you can tell, I sound like shit. So just trying to protect me for race day. But you know, times were still okay. I'm pretty confident I'll pull out on the day.
Scratchy, talk us through the situation.
So you saw the coffee that we got the other day. We wanted something different. There's not many cafes around here. So we come to this place that does authentic Turkish coffee. So we go in, we ask, we've not already prepared, so we have to wait 45 minutes for the sand to heat up.
Get out the way. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Has a little hat on top. Thank you.
First reactions?
10 out of 10 for the presentation. That smells like something I don't want to drink. Are you going to get a sandbox at home?
Yeah, I'm going to replace my rocket.
I mean, it only took 45 minutes to heat up. I think for productivity in the morning, it's actually a really good shout. I think the presentation
Gets a 10.
The presentation makes it taste better. Like this is the latte art of the Turkish world. It's just like putting a hat on it. I mean, it was drinkable. We finished it.
We did finish it.
I wouldn't have another one. Look, I'm honestly, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10.
5.
I'm inclined to agree. I'll go like stopwatch. Alright, Scratch. In!
Oh, there could be something from the cross here. Oh, I don't believe it. It's 1-0.
No way! Oh, that was so lucky.
It's a red. Oh, why did I take an extra touch?
Oh, no. What is that? That's some garbage. Pepe, he's don't you dare slide me. No, I don't want to do it. No. The comeback is on.
Foul. Oh no. Oh no.
Pepe!
No! Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yes, go! With 1 minute left. Pepe, cross the middle. No pass. Pass in. Pass in. No.
Put them in front.
Yeah!
So lucky.
Pepe! That wasn't bad.
We're back at Coffee de Basel, but not for a coffee review this time. We've got a little debrief to come.
No coffee review today. So we're just chilling out in the room after dinner, playing a bit of FIFA. Then we're watching a whole bunch of YouTube, old vlogs from like, I think we were watching me and Luke back in the day and stuff like that. Anyway, Scratchy's watched all of them already like 3 times. So we're watching that, and then all of a sudden Scratchy's like falling asleep on the bed, as he normally does. And we're like, God, Scratch, wake up. Like, we're watching vlogs, whatever. Then he decides he's had enough. TV gets turned off. And then Harry and I were just chatting, and you were just sat on the edge of the bed. And you were like, I feel really sick. And then Harry and I look at each other and we were like, oh no. And then about 30 seconds later, Scratch is throwing up in the toilet. I feel kind of bad, but it was really funny. And then he gets a nosebleed as well at the same time. And then he appears from the bathroom and he's like, I'm fine. What transpires after that?
Yeah, so these boys leave absolutely hysterical laughing. 15 minutes later, I feel it again. I throw up again. I absolutely start panicking at this point. Message Jason, message Nige. Happens again. Keep throwing up and pure stomach acid. Wake up in the middle of the night. 3 a.m. You don't want to know what happened at 3 a.m. This is my trip over. I'm not racing. No chance I race. Wake up this morning and feel absolutely fine.
Alright, it is finally time to get into some racing. So we kicked off the competition with Team Sprint. Scratchy qualifying this morning. Qualified first, 41.9. How are we feeling about that, boy?
Happy? We weren't expecting that going into it. Delivered the boys well. They went fucking rapid, so yeah, pretty happy with that.
That was an amazing time for us. We were not expecting that at all. So we went into the first round with a lot of confidence. We were up against the Dutch and we managed to pull out a good ride. It was a bit scrappy by me. I was a bit all over the place, but we still managed to pull out an amazing team time. We went 41.7, which was a new national record, which is crazy. So yeah, we were absolutely gassed with that, but we didn't have much time to celebrate. We had to get our heads down and gear up for the gold final against Japan. Unfortunately, in the gold final, things went a little bit wrong. Richo had a bit of a problem off the start line. He like rubbed his knee against the front wheel or something. So he was just out the back immediately. But luckily he didn't just turn it on and drop me. He like feathered into it and delivered me really well, kept me on the team. And yeah, we managed to win still. So yeah, that was an amazing result for us.
And it is a gold medal to Great Britain ahead of Japan.
How was yesterday, Harry?
Oh shit. Yesterday was amazing. Gold medal for the boys, national record. Yeah, a bit messy, but got the job done.
Matthew?
Yes. No, it was a good day. A bit scrappy in the final, but it didn't matter in the end, luckily. Still managed to like execute the ride as best we could following the big gap in the first lap.
Alright, so now on to Kieran Day. Unfortunately, the schedules of these Nations Cups are absolutely brutal. So we finished Team Sprint. I got back to the hotel at 11:30. Had to get some food down me. I was probably in bed by about 12:30. And then up at 8 a.m. the next day, getting ready for the Kieran. Richo opted out of the Kieran. He wanted to prioritise the sprint.
Yo, all I'm saying is Sunday's going to be a good day.
Alright, Richo's out. Scratchy's in. How are we feeling, Scratch?
Yeah, look, you know, the decision was made. Matty didn't go very well in the final yesterday, so we just thought we'd make the swap.
I actually felt really strong on Kieran Day. I didn't ride very well tactically in the heat and ended up just missing out on getting through. So then that put me into the rep. And then the rep I had Hoffy. I gave it a good go. I gave it a dig with about 2 laps out, took the front with a lap to go, but unfortunately got rolled and came second again. So that meant I finished 13th in the Kieran comp, and yeah, didn't get through to the semi-finals. So I had an evening to rest up for sprint. Sprint day was an early start. I think I got up at 7 o'clock, and then we were leaving the hotel at about 8. I was one of the last up in qualifying. I think I was 5th from the last. So I wasn't expecting to be the fastest on the board when I looked up. But when I saw it was green and that I'd set the new fastest time, that was mental. I was just like in shock. 9.31 was the time, which is just absolutely crazy. Obviously conditions are really good, but that time still stacked up really well against the other competition. So that got me a bye through the first round. And then in the 8th finals, I faced off against Martin Checkman, which I managed to win without any major issues. This then led me to the quarters against Nick Wams, who is a fellow vlogger, a little bit more successful than I am. I rode 2 good races against Nick. I think tactically I rode them pretty well. And yeah, managed to come away with 2 clean wins, which put me into the semi-finals. Then in the semi-finals, I was against Hoffy. I knew it wasn't going to be an easy ride, but I think at this point, everyone was getting quite tired. 3 continuous days of racing, so you know, anything could happen. And I managed to win both races. They were really close. First one I won on a bike throw, and the second one wasn't far off either. But I was so happy when I won that second one, because that put me in the gold final against Matty, which secured a 1-2 for GB. I did what I could against Matty, but he was just too strong that weekend. Good boy! It was insane to win a silver medal alongside him winning the gold.
Yeah.
These bitches lost souls, and I know it.
Matt Richardson, you are the Nations Cup Konya sprint champion. What do you have to say about that?
Look, it was a tough day. I got absolutely robbed by the commissaires. Just kept my head switched on. Tough final ride. But hey, we got it done. You know, Harry's not an easy man to beat. Probably my hardest 2 rides of the day.
Ledingham-Horn, what have you got to say?
Good day out. Qualified 3rd, 9.31. Raced Nick, battled the vloggers. Managed to be lead in the semis, 2 close rides. And then a close final with Matty there. A good day out.
In 2nd place, representing Great Britain, Harry Ledingham-Horn.
Alright, that is a wrap on Konya Nations Cup. Managing to win the team sprint and come away with the national record was unbelievable. And then, yeah, a silver individually was crazy for me. I did not expect that at all. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did. It really helps me out. And as always, leave a comment if there's anything you'd like to see more of. Obviously, this is only my 2nd vlog, so I'm always trying to make them better and better. And yeah, thank you for watching.